Hi there. It's your kid on the block, Rubram Ganesha. Let me start by saying, something tells me this is going to be very controversial. For this purpose, no names will be mentioned except in just this instance. Irrespective of your love or hate for polar opposites like George Soros and Charles Koch, we are about to discover that they both are an asset to our good Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam will never try to lose either of them irrespective of what politics you support or protest. To be sure we still remain friends after this little video, I will have to hire the services of our good friends, Samuel, John Doe, and a bunch of ants. Alright. Did you know in Africa, young people are not allowed to call their elders by name? Hence they add some sort of endearing word before it like uncle, aunt, etc. Turns out our friend Samuel had tons of dealings with Africans from 1619 and has come to like that part of their culture. Hence, he frowns at young ones like us referring to him by his name. So we shall call him, Uncle Samuel. Or better put, Uncle Sam for short. Uncle Sam rules over a large farmland. Lots of ants live there. Every day, Uncle Sam, with his ubiquitous eyes, demand that they pay him a tiny percentage of whatever they make, however way they make it. If they don't, the punishment is very severe. However, as time goes on, a couple challenges begin to occur. In some parts of the farmland, there are natural disasters that need tons of money. In other parts, you have tons of bullies attacking weaker ants. And in other parts, starving ant babies. The ants get furious. They need more from Uncle Sam. The list gets long: security from the bullies, some support after these natural disasters, free care for their starving ant babies. Uncle Sam is plagued with having to do more, but if he asks for more money from the ants, they would riot. In fact, many years ago, on December 16, 1773, something similar occurred over a shipload of tea, when they refused to pay taxes in an ant city called Ant Boston. That aside, most of the reason most of the ants demand more from Uncle Sam is because they lack enough. Amidst all these, an attentive guy called John Doe figures out a way to solve one, or part of the issues in the farmland. However, to have this solution, it involves a number of ants working together, having something to look forward to, and making some money to help with their many challenges, especially as it's taking old Uncle Sam forever to get anything done. One of the many ideas of Mr. John Doe ends up being successful. A part of the ant population now works with, and for him. Through this, they start making money. And they even forget to go disturb Uncle Sam for their livelihood, as they feel they can handle some of their personal demands without any external help. At the end of the year, Uncle Sam, rather than have a protest in front of him, now has more ants paying him percentages of their income to help him do more for other less fortunate ants. And also, keep his old ass alive and healthy for many more years to come. But then, after taking the full bill from everyone else, Uncle Sam begins to salivate at all the gold coins he will receive from John Doe. Mind you, the average ant makes only 40 gold coins a year. And Uncle Sam happily takes 4 of those. Now, here is John Doe, who has made 1 billion gold coins. Uncle Sam can't wait, imagining all the new places he has to devise to store up this stash of gold coins. However, when he meets John Doe, John is not excited. John talks about all he has done for Uncle Sam. Recall, Uncle Sam, he tells him, you had a crisis in your hands. I figured out a way to quell the anger of the ants. And now you just want to bully me without any second thoughts? Uncle Sam pauses. Before making a decision, he recalls there are many other farmlands in the world with tons of issues and protests daily. The reason his is reasonably stable is because of John Doe, who has not only made Uncle Sam have more money, through more ants, who now have money to pay their percentage of gold coins, but he has also offered more ants with livelihoods that they see no interest in demanding support from Uncle Sam. Beyond that, Uncle Sam knows that how he treats John Doe determines if John remains here doing what he does, or if John goes to another farmland and gets a way better deal. So though he would like to take the full bill, he gives John Doe a discount. Just before completing his sentence on the discount, John interrupts him. You know there are other ideas I am working on. If you treat me well, I can have something working that will help even more ants and they don't need dependence from you. Uncle Sam is thrilled. However, he manages to hide his smile. Nevertheless, he proceeds to add yet another incentive to show John that he appreciates John's work. I will take 5% of your gold coins and you can pay me whenever you like. Make it 3%, John pushes. No. Uncle Sam yells. 4%. That's it. John smiles and takes the deal. Uncle Sam shakes John's hand and adds, "If you need anything, give me a call." After a while, the ants learn that John, whom most assume to just stomp on their heads, while living a very luxurious lifestyle, is treated differently by our very strict Uncle Sam. They turn red with rage. They yell at the top of their voices. Then, they come up with a brilliant idea. Elections. Hence, they decide to elect Swords Ants, to go get permission from Uncle Sam, to go chop off John Doe's many lounging toys. They complain, "John has so much more than us, yet he is allowed to pay little of all he has, and even allowed to delay on his payment for years." The Sword Ants swear by the old and new gods, to get Uncle Sam's permission to hack John Doe into pieces. By the time they get to Uncle Sam's inner chambers, they are given a sumptuous meal and tons of wine. Much more lounging than they were ever used to as common ants. Then, in the midst of all this largessing, they make their demands to Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam shows them how the wine and meals came about. Reminds them he is an old man and can't do any meaningful work anymore. All his money comes from the percentage he gets from the ants. And the sad reality is, that clever John Doe has some incredible ideas on how to make more ants make more money, and as such, pay Uncle Sam more. In fact, it begins to make sense to the ant swordsman that if John Doe fails to create those avenues of work, the system is doomed. So, the ant swordsmen find they are caught between a rock and a hard place. On one hand, they love the freebies they are getting in the inner chambers. On the other hand, they need to show those who elected them that they are granting wishes. So, the ant swordsmen begin the freak show of lies. Daily, they offer weird lies of why John Doe is fighting to stop all their attempts at doing good. They open commissions to hear more from the ants. They use the most vague words to communicate. Words like "for the people," "a living wage," "future generations," etc. They say anything that sounds noble, but cannot be clearly defined. They placate the people, while secretly hoping John Doe can start another venture that gets more ants meaningful work, and good enough to keep the ants distracted from the fact that the ant swordsmen are now growing fatter, and their skins looking better. There's a moral to this story. It's remained this way from the ancient kingdoms of Babylon. The choice is yours. You can become the clever John Doe, or wait eternally for the scheming ant swordsman to come help you. Here's the shocking truth. Every kingdom or nation that ever took away John Doe ended up in ruin because Uncle Sam has figured it out. He needs more John Does, to solve problems and offer meaningful work to the people. Thank you for spending some time with us today. If you like what you've seen so far, please like and share, and please do subscribe, and hit that notification button to catch more videos like this. See you next time.